New at 11, an update on the unsolved murder of a Virginia Beach teenager. Friday marks 15 years since Shellie Carson was found beaten to death in her neighborhood. Police had their suspicions over the years, but still no arrest.
Her parents have passed away. They pleaded for answers for years. In an exclusive interview, 13 News Now anchor Dan Kennedy talks with the detective working to close in on a killer.
The Kings Grant traffic circle in Virginia Beach keeps busy with passing cars, just as it was 15 years ago when a driver made a gruesome discovery on the side of the road.
The crime scene was rather violent. There was the evidence of a sexual act attempting to be done. The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head.
Cold case detective Kevin Finelli is describing the murder of 18-year-old Shellie Carson. 15 years later, the case is still open, and police are sharing new details about the investigation, including what was left at the scene and what was taken.
The pants were not at the scene. Things were taken. The crime scene itself was rather disorganized. There was a bicycle nearby that she was riding, discarded in the grass, and other things in the roadway, beer cans, cigarette butts, a rose, not necessarily things that were related directly to that case.
Investigators never found the missing pants. They collected what evidence they could, but it was never enough to tie any one person to the crime.
In the hours leading up to this incident, she had a pretty lengthy and involved argument with her close boyfriend, although that was allegedly resolved that night before it happened.
Detectives are revealing new information about who they interviewed, talking with more than 100 people for this case, including Shellie's boyfriend on 6 different occasions. From there, they narrowed their list of potential suspects.
As far as interviews of persons of interest, 7 to 9 people.
Finelli thinks they can narrow that list even more, knowing all it takes is one tip to close in on the killer.
Everybody has different theories, and everybody leans harder towards particular people. Yes, I think the list now is smaller than 9 people.
Today, a park bench sits by that Kings Grant traffic circle in memory of Shellie, stamped with the date she died. A reminder of another year with this case gone cold, and at the same time, a renewed hope that this year could be the last without an arrest. Dan Kennedy, 13 News Now.